Hello, everybody. So, we continue our adventures in Japan from Kyoto to Tanabe today. The reason I decided to travel to Tanabe is because, first of all, it's located next to the ocean and it seems to be a very quiet city. And second of all, the master of Aikido was born there, the founder of it. And since I do practice Aikido, I just thought that maybe it could be a very good symbolic idea to visit this place. I did look like a true Kumano Kodo traveler when I arrived to Tanabe. And as we may know, Tanabe is actually the place of pilgrimage where people start from to travel to Kumano Kodo Road. I actually found the guest house to stay at a day before arriving there, so I didn't know what to expect. But the apartment which I rented was amazing, and to be honest, the host was wonderful. He also gave me a lot of recommendations about the places I should visit, and one of those was Benkei Festival, but unfortunately I couldn't go there because I was leaving a couple of days right before this festival was starting. Funabenkei is the mystery warrior which is famous in Japan, history and literature. Once settling down and walking around Tanabe, I realized that the sun is already setting, and so I decided to stay on the seashore and enjoy the sunset. A year ago, I watched Suzume for the first time. I promised myself that one day I will also travel around Japan and will meet new people along the way. I wish I could hug my little self who was so lonely and scared of the dark. Tell her that everything will be alright, though you don't see the light of the warm future now, and it feels hopeless. You will grow up in a fulfilled adult who will be able to comfort yourself and others. You will meet different people along the way who will reach their hand to you if you will be ready to reach yours. One more door is closed, and I'm sure that another will open soon. The next morning, I decided to go to the station and check for the stamps and also to look at the monument of Funabenkei, since I will not be able to visit the festival. Then I decided to go to Takei Shrine, but on my way, I noticed a very small store with different sweets and I couldn't resist but buy the chestnut ice cream. It was getting hotter and hotter every day, and what is interesting about it is that usually in Cyprus we wear as less clothes as possible when it's hot, but here in Japan it's just impossible to expose your skin to the sun because it's so intense. So I had to wear all this covering clothes all the time. Takei Shrine means rooster fighting in Japanese. And back then, during the Kenpei War, the ruler of the Kumano area was placed in the position where he had to take either the side of Genji or Heike clans. And so he decided to organize the fortune telling by rooster fights, which were arranged. So white roosters were representing Genji and red roosters were representing Heike. So when the white rooster won the fight, Kumano area ruler decided to support Genji clan in this battle of Danura. And that is marking the end of the epic war. After that, following the advice of my host in the guest house, I decided to go to Shirarahama beach, which I managed to reach by bus. And there was a free of charge open air onsen right on the beach. After swimming, I decided to walk around the area before my last bus, and I found this very interesting shrine, which was hidden in the small forest right next to the water. When I was there on the beach, I met a Russian family, and they approached me and told me that my smile is very mesmerizing and that they were very happy to see me enjoying the water. And we just talked a little bit, and it felt very close and comforting to speak to them. And since I grew up in Cyprus, I always had a great urge to visit ocean or sea or any water at least once a month. And for me, returning back to the ocean, coming back to the seashore, is bringing so much hope. And I do hope to become as powerful and big with no need for loud exclamations, just like the ocean in front of me. But the day was already approaching to the end, so I catch my last bus and decided to travel back to Tanabe. And on my way back home, I bought some pickled plums in the store, and I love them so much. I'm obsessed with them, to be honest. And of course, this is the picture of the Aikido Master Monument. Unfortunately, I didn't have a second to step inside the museum, which is very funny because originally my goal was to go to that museum, but apparently I did everything else but not going there. But the next day, after my second night there, I headed back to Tokyo, from where I would travel back to France. I will not add the video of my last days in Tokyo because apparently not so many things were happening there. And I already have a video which was dedicated to my stay in Tokyo. So that's probably the end of my adventures in Japan and the last video, which turned out to be so short. I'm happy that you stayed until the end of this video epic story, and I can't wait to share more about my experiences of this wonderful life.